Are you ready? I said, are you ready? You are listening to Voice of the Fans Sportscast, brought to you by none other than the voices of the fans. Discussing football, basketball, news, trending topics. The one-stop shop for all things sports. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Hosted by none other than Ben Swift Reynolds, Taylor Gatwood, and Tyler Wright. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Voice of the Fans Sportscast.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Voice of the Fans Sportscast with your hosts Ben Riddles, Taylor Gatwood, and Tyler Wright. Man, ain't y'all glad that Super Bowl is finally here, where you don't have to see all these filler reports about players or what's their favorite colors, just things that really don't matter to the game, in my opinion. Are y'all ready?
Yeah, I'm ready to see Brady get a 7-3.
Man, stop it. Stop it. I'm ready to see. I'm just ready to see a good football game. I'm not going to be mad if Brady wins. If the Buccaneers win. Now, I'm going to be mad if Buccaneers win because I'm a Saints fan. So I don't want to see that. But I can handle, Brady getting a title. That's not going to rub me the wrong way because he already the GOAT. He the greatest ever. So, hey, what's this one to him, right?
Yeah.
So how y'all been?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. Just same old, same old.
Same old. Taylor had Taylor been having baseball practice, and he had the pleasure of getting some Major League Baseball players come to his practice. Ain't that right?
Yeah, Billy Hamilton and Anthony Alford. That's the guys in the league.
I told Taylor he need to go strike him out, show him that he's the real deal.
They were too scared to step in the box.
They didn't want to see that heater?
No, they weren't ready for it.
Yeah, I understand that. Hey, I seen you throw. I'd be scared too.
Well, they faced some people throwing a lot harder than I do.
I only can imagine. Cause I seen you throw, and you throw hard, and there's Major League Baseball players that throw faster than you. Oh my goodness, I only can imagine. And a lot of people they criticize baseball, talking about it's not a real hard sport. They just crazy. They just never really played before.
Yeah, it's not easy to hit a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. You can't just get up a bat.
For sure, that's like hand-eye coordination, eye coordination. You gotta be able to see that thing. Cause one of your pitches, I couldn't even locate the ball. It was already in the mid. I'm like,
yeah. In the box, bro?
Yeah, man, I was small. I just swung. But all right, let's get down to the nitty gritty. Super Bowl weekend. Super Bowl 55. We have your Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus your Kansas City Chiefs. Tom Brady versus Patrick Mahomes. What a game. What a lineup. One of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, and an up and coming quarterback in Patrick Mahomes, a star in his own making. Bucs versus Chiefs. So who y'all guys have? We're going to start out there. We're going to make our picks, and then we'll debate why each other is wrong.
Bucs.
You go first, Gatwood. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm going with the Bucs.
Same.
Tyler, you can't be flip-flopping, man. Cause you went for, you said the Saints in the Super Bowl. Then
what did you
choosing the Bucs? You've been choosing the whole AFC team. Okay, I'll let you have this one. You chose the Saints, now you're choosing the Bucs. All right, so my Super Bowl pick, you already know. Drum roll, please. The Chiefs.
Yes, man.
So this should be fun, guys. I got school these guys real quick on why the Chiefs will win. So both of these teams are coming off games where they won pretty convincingly, which is surprising that the Kansas City Chiefs. Well, that wasn't really surprising that they beat the Bills like that, but it was just the Bills was just on fire, and everybody thought it was gonna be a pretty good game, but Chiefs just manhandled them pretty quick. Then I didn't see Tampa Bay going into Lambeau and beating Green Bay, but they did. So I gotta give credit when credit's due. So like I said, Tampa they took care of Green Bay pretty easily also, and it was just nothing Aaron Rodgers could do when your team when your O-line give up 5 sacks. So the matchup that I see for the Bucs and Chiefs is going to come down to Bucs defense and the Chiefs offense. If the Bucs defense can stop the Chiefs, then they have a shot. It can't be like when they met up in the regular season where it was a blowout. The game was pretty much over by halftime, and they let the Bucs just kind of ease back in a little bit, but they shut it down eventually.
I think Tyreek had like 200 something receiving yards in the game or something crazy.
Yes.
In the first quarter, he had 40.
In the first quarter. Was that on Jamel Dean? No, I think that was on Carlton Davis. It was on one. I think it was on Carlton Davis, I believe.
Yeah, you better tighten up this time.
Yeah. So the score the last time they met was 27-24. The Chiefs scored 17 unanswered points in the first quarter. Then, of course, Tampa Bay, they scored 14 unanswered points in the fourth, and that's why the score is closer than it really is, because, the Chiefs went prevent defense, whatever, so they allowed some things to happen, so they allowed Tampa Bay to get back in there. That game, Patrick Mahomes threw for 462 yards and 3 touchdowns. That's crazy. 462 yards. And me saying that stat is I'm gonna open it up a little bit more for y'all. And Tom Brady threw for 345, 3 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. He got cut down on interceptions.
Yeah.
Who wanna go first and give that reason why the Bucs y'all pick will win?
I just feel like the linebackers match up well with Travis Kelce. And I really hate to pick against Brady in the Super Bowl. But the only thing I'm really worried about is, of course, Mahomes, but it's really Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
I feel the same way, because I think Devin White will be able to cover Kelce better than anybody else in the playoffs so far. And then if they have Winfield coming back, he'll be over the top to help for Kelce. And Tyreek Hill's a mismatch against anybody. It don't matter who's on your defense, but they just got to contain him somehow a little bit. But I don't want to. I haven't bet against Brady in the playoffs so far, and I'm not going to start now. Also, the Chiefs left tackle Eric Fisher, he's out, and the Buccaneers pass rush has been doing really good. You saw what happened to the Packers when their left tackle got hurt. Their pass rush absolutely dominated the Packers O-line, so I could see maybe them getting pressure on Mahomes.
Yeah, they don't have to get pressure with their front four.
Yeah.
All right. Y'all mentioned that the linebackers going to have to cover Kelce. Well, yeah, y'all kind of missed something. Kelce had 8 catches for 82 yards. So, and that's with Tyreek Hill. Huh?
The last game?
The last time they met the Bucs, Kelce had 8 catches for 82 yards. And that's with Tyreek Hill having 13 catches for 269 and 3 touchdowns.
Well, I'm not saying they're going to completely stop. They're not going to completely stop them, but I think they can just contain them more than the other teams have so far in the playoffs.
I mean, it's different. You say second time, it's probably they're gonna have to come up with something different. You know what I'm saying? They done seen that before.
So y'all saying they're gonna have to come up with something different. Granted, I'll give y'all that. They're gonna have to generate a pass rush, which they were able to do versus Green Bay, and like I said, Fisher's out. During that last meeting they had, they only sat Mahomes one time. So that's where I see the problem at. The linebacker's gonna be too busy worrying about Kelsey, right? The pass rush is all depends on get there. Patrick Mahomes can move around. He's known to pull a Russell Wilson and take off. If your linebackers are back there covering, they leaving green yardage to run for. So I'm going to throw this at y'all right here. Tampa Bay defense, pad defense, is 21st. And how many yards they give up last time they met Patrick Mahomes? 462 yards and 3 touchdowns. They 19th in third down percentage, stopping opposing teams, which ranked 19th. And we know how the Chiefs love to go for on fourth down. Well, the Chiefs, the Buccaneers give up 53%, which is 15th, which is not bad. So they're going to have to create pressure on Mahomes.
But I feel in the Super Bowl, those stats matter, but I feel like it's just a whole different game in the Super Bowl. Like, I don't know how to.
It's more pressure. Did you see David crying? I think they're gonna be. I think they're gonna be starstruck. They're gonna be over there. I think the game gonna get, into them. They're gonna be running fast, playing fast as they can, and they're gonna be playing out of position. They're gonna be trying to do everything to make a big play.
Brady is not having that.
Well, how can you say you can count Brady when he thrown 3 interceptions versus Green Bay?
Those weren't all his fault, though.
He been throwing interceptions lately. He threw 2 in the last game. Last time the Chiefs played the Bucs.
But those ones against the Packers were basically like punts. They were on 3rd and 10. Like a couple of them were like that, and then one was off the receiver's hands.
Yeah. But I'm just saying that, Brady haven't been playing his best this whole postseason, has he not? I don't know. I don't know. I'm torn. If we talking about future standpoint, yes, the Lions want to trade. If we talking about now, I say the Rams want to trade. Because
it's probably a win-win. It's a win-win, I think.
Yeah, I guess you gotta look at it from an organization standpoint. If you the Lions, you feel like, yeah, we did great. And if the Rams, you're like, yeah, we did great because we're in the win now mode, just like the Saints are.
Yes.
The Lions are looking down the road. The Rams are looking at it now.
Yeah, remember I told you a couple times. They got to win the Super Bowl though to consider the win. Yeah.
They'll be exactly. They'll be looking like the Packers and the Saints. They built up their teams and they just lose like that. God, that's the worst. If you make a trade like that and don't win the Super Bowl, God, it's not even about making it to the playoffs. It's about making it to the Super Bowl. Washington game.
I right now I feel like their defense is kind of on fire. I feel like that they're not gonna
the Chiefs' offense on fire,
and they're gonna be on their home turf too.
Yeah, did you know they put up more passing yards? Did you know they put up more passing yards on the road than at home?
Yeah, but I feel like I don't think it's going to be too big of a situation for them because they're going to feel comfortable. They're going to be at home. There's not going to be as many fans. I just feel like they're going to be comfortable no matter how young they are.
Yeah,
because they've been there.
Going into that game.
Where was the last game
with Brady, bro?
Mhm.
I feel like that gives everybody on the team a certain confidence. Like he's been here before. He know what's up with this game.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna put a lot of pressure because you have Tom Brady looking at you doing the Super Bowl. That means you can't have no mess up. You can't have no brain farts out there. And let me ask y'all this question. Let me just ask y'all this question. Where did they play last time they made in the regular season?
Were they in Tampa?
Say that again for me?
Were they in Tampa?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we just can't we just can't base stuff off regular season because the Saints beat the Buccaneers twice in the regular season, and Buccaneers beat them in the playoffs. It's just like Tyler said.
That's not
like,
the same. That's not the same in my opinion.
It's a different game in the playoffs.
I feel like Drew fell apart. Drew wasn't. Come to find out, Drew wasn't even healthy. When they met them twice in the regular season, Drew was 100%.
He still
Was he
couldn't
not?
throw that far the ball. He couldn't throw that far still.
He did when they blew out the Bucs at home. He didn't need to.
And
then
then 400 yards to win.
And the Saints were missing Taysom Hill, and Latavius Murray. The Bucs did not. I'm trying to tell y'all right now. The Bucs did not beat the Saints. Drew Brees just fell apart.
That's true, but still, I just I feel like it's just a different game in the Super Bowl, man. Like,
all right, so
Brady's been there.
Okay,
exactly.
Brady been there, right? Well,
that's what I'm saying though. Like if I'm his teammate, I'm like I would actually have more confidence. I'm like I got Tom Brady on my team, man. We're gonna win this.
Exactly.
Oh, exactly, huh? So, did his team have the same confidence when they lost to the Eagles?
I'm sure they did. Going into the game.
Did the Tom Brady team have the same confidence when they lost to the Giants twice?
Okay, what does that have to do with anything?
You saying that y'all just saying? Did y'all not just say that they have Tom Brady, so they're gonna feel confident in their squad? I mean, the other teams had Tom Brady too, and they still lost.
Okay, but he's 6-3 in Super Bowl, so he wins it 6 out of 9 times. I feel pretty confident.
But you gotta look at the other fact that you also can lose this with Tom Brady, right?
Of course,
yeah,
you can lose
okay.
with anybody though.
So
I mean, I'm just saying, like I don't think they're gonna be scared, like you're saying, like they're gonna the pressure's gonna be too much.
You better be scared. It's Patrick Mahomes on the other side.
If you're scared, you're gonna lose.
Brady, y'all really trying to make the argument that Brady gonna duel with Patrick Mahomes.
He can.
He can. Yeah, he can duel after he throw 3 interceptions.
Come on, Vince.
You Brady, bro. You ain't Brady.
No, it's not about hating greatness, man. How
about can Patrick Mahomes duel with Tom Brady?
Patrick Mahomes, did he not be in the playoffs already? So apparently he can duel with him.
He ain't beat him in the playoffs.
When the Chiefs play against the Patriots.
No, the Patriots beat him in the AFC Championship.
Oh yeah, because they're offsides. But I'm just saying, y'all really think that Brady gonna just sit here and duel with? You don't want that, and that's what's crazy. And y'all not thinking about Bruce Arians and what he gonna bring to the table. Like I said, they throw for more passing yards on the road than at home. So what does that tell y'all? Bruce Arians, when he's on the road, he seemed like he always pressed. Like he want to get the first score and all this type of stuff. But he really just sometimes put Brady at harm. And I feel like Bruce Arians is going to press. God, he going to feel like he's going to have to keep up with Mahomes. Y'all talking about Brady, but y'all ain't not thinking that Bruce Arians calling the plays.
He's done a good job.
So Andy Reid versus Bruce Arians, he has not. Brady been carrying him like I don't know what. Bruce Arians play calling is horrible.
Carrying him, and you're just saying that Tom Brady can't duel with Patrick Mahomes.
He can't.
Tom Brady's carrying.
Okay, so hold on. Let me say this again. Y'all talking about Brady doing with Patrick Mahomes. Washington, 381, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, right?
Okay.
Saints. He threw for 199, 2 touchdowns, right? 33 attempts. Okay. Yeah, y'all seeing the pattern?
No, the thing is though,
280. The Packers 280, 3 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. Where in the
didn't
world
have
do
to
y'all
perform.
see him dueling with Patrick Mahomes?
Because he's Tom Brady and he comes up when it matters. He didn't
We
have
had,
to do more than
at some point, guys, you gotta
That don't
realize.
tell the whole story, bro. Let's just say.
I watched some games and tell the whole story.
So
At
They
some
just
point,
say.
guys, you gotta realize that you don't want to try to duel with Patrick Mahomes. First of all,
you
the
don't
Kansas
want
City-
you don't want to. You don't want to, but I feel like if it comes to it, he can.
I feel like he can't.
he can. He still got the
He's
arm
been
strength.
fluttered. He's been flustered the whole playoffs.
Didn't he throw for
Oh
like
my
500
dude,
yards
they're
around
in
the
the Super Bowl, Ben. Ben, they're in the Super Bowl.
I understand that he lost Super Bowls, so I'm saying that he's gonna lose this one.
He's won twice as much as he's lost.
Y'all hanging on the past when he was like 10 years younger. Okay.
On the past, since he was 35, he's won 3 rings. Since he was 35 years
And
old.
that's the past. How old is he? 43?
You just
He
brought
won
up
a
the
Super Bowl
two
2
Giants
years ago when he was 41.
Well, I'm saying today, he is not going to be able to keep up with Patrick Mahomes.
Today, he's in a Super Bowl. At
Today, he got
43.
carried to a Super Bowl. I just read you here
just-
today.
you just
He had
said
no
he
business
carried-
being he had
You
no
just said he
business
carried
being the
Bruce
Saints.
Arians. You just said he carried Bruce Arians.
Yes, through the regular season. Y'all seen the play calling through the regular season.
Oh
This
my
is the
God.
playoffs.
Now, in the playoffs, he fell off. Has he not?
Because their defense has been doing a lot. He had to do that
Exactly.
much. He ain't had to do that much. He ain't had to do that much.
He didn't have to do that much. Yeah, that 3 interception game, he didn't have to do that much.
He didn't.
That 199 game, even that Washington game, he was looking bad.
Granted, before he threw them 3 interceptions, he was balling.
Man,
He
okay.
was.
Okay, but he still threw 3 interceptions.
But they weren't all
Y'all
his
just cannot
fault.
look at.
I watched the game. Those interceptions weren't all his fault.
But
One
he still
one interception
two.
was his fault.
Okay, one. Take away one. He still threw 2 interceptions.
No, one interception was off the receiver's hands, and the other one was because Fournette missed his
It
block.
was a
and,
bad
it was
pass. The one off his hands was kind of behind the receiver.
he could have caught it though.
No, it was behind. Come on, dude. It's
I
just
know,
like the one that Drew threw to Emmanuel Sanders and went off. It was behind. It was too much in front of Emmanuel and bounced off his hands, and the Vikings player picked it off. Guys, y'all gotta realize this. It's a pattern here. If the Bucs cannot stop Patrick Mahomes, which has the #1 ranked offense, and
you know we had the
defense,
same conversation last week about him beating that Rodgers was going to beat the Buccaneers too.
yeah, I did think that the Rodgers was gonna beat, but when your O-line give up 5 sacks, there's nothing you can do.
Well, they're in the same situation. They don't have their left tackle.
But Patrick Mahomes is more mobile than Aaron.
Aaron Rodgers is pretty mobile too, though.
So you're saying Aaron Rodgers right now is more mobile than Patrick Mahomes?
It ain't far off.
I mean, maybe
it ain't like
It's
he's
far
crazy
off.
more
He
mobile.
didn't even run
It's
for
not
that.
far
He didn't even try to run off. He didn't even try to run for it on 3rd and goal at the 10-yard line. Patrick Mahomes would took off. Come on, yeah.
We know Mahomes is good, dude. We're not saying he's not. It's just,
I'm not. I'm
so
just
is Tom
saying.
Brady.
I don't see where I'm looking at the stats. I look at the games. I'm not seeing where if Brady got to throw it that many times, they're gonna lose. It's just plain and simple.
You said if Brady has to throw it, they're gonna lose.
That if Brady has to rely on his arm to keep him in the game, they're gonna press and they're gonna create turnovers. I'm trying to tell y'all, it's gonna create turnovers.
I want the ball in his hands with the game on the line.
Not throwing it 40-something times a game.
He ain't been throwing it 40-something times a game.
How many times did Patrick Mahomes throw it against the Bills?
They throw the ball.
man.
They do. But did we not talk about Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady dueling? So you saying if they dueling, then Patrick Mahomes throwing 40+ passes a game?
The only way they do it is if the Bucs get down fast.
That's what I'm saying. If the Kansas City come out hot and the defense cannot stop them, then it's gonna be a long game.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, it could be vice versa. Though. Like, the Buccaneers came out hot against the Packers.
Did they not?
Like, Buccaneers
We'll look at the meeting versus the Chiefs and Bucs in the regular season. Did the Chiefs come out hot? They went up 17-0, quick, with the same linebackers y'all talking about guarding Kelsey, the same corners that try to guard Tyreek, and McCole Hartman is getting more involved with the offense. Pringle's getting some plays in here and there. Y'all don't know McCole Hartman ain't went off yet. You know he always had that one game where he had a couple of games where he disappeared, then all of a sudden he just explodes.
You want me to tell you something?
He haven't had a game yet. In their first meeting, Vita Vea was hurt, and you see what happened when he played against the Packers. That's why they had such a good edge rush, because they had Sue and Vita Vea up the middle creating pressure, and that's why Shaq Barrett and Jason Pierre-Paul were getting sacks on the edge, because they're getting so much pressure in the interior. I believe the Chiefs had a little bit better O-line than the Packers. Packers really just got the tackle Fisher. That's really what they have. The Saints was in there with Green Bay that whole game. And the only thing the Saints couldn't stop was just a bootleg. If they figured out the bootleg, they would beat Green Bay. So y'all seeing?
You gotta start putting some respect on Brady's name, bro.
I am. I'm putting a lot of respect, but at this rate, Mahomes is just doing it. Yeah, I am. Like, I give Brady a lot of credit, but at this rate, y'all don't. I'm trying to tell y'all, they need to run the ball.
You said this last week too.
Hmm?
You said the same thing about the Packers last week. They were going to beat the Bucs like this.
They really should have. Them two costly fumbles by Aaron Jones.
But they didn't.
They should have. So, in order for, like, they beat Green Bay, what happened? They caused turnovers. That's what I'm saying. The defense going to have to create turnover. They're going to have to stop Kansas City. That's the only way.
And they can. They're shown that they can do that.
In the regular season game, they didn't show it.
But in the playoffs, they've been creating turnovers. They created turnovers against the Saints. They created turnovers against the Packers.
This defense been balling all playoffs.
Yeah, their defense is hot.
And they better get cooled down.
And Devin White is my defensive
MVP
for the playoffs.
McCone, watch it. Just watch this. Write it down. McCole Hartman going to have a big game. It's time. Read it and reap it. Y'all going to start listening to me. Y'all going to start. Didn't I go 6-0 in my picks, like the first weeks in the playoffs? The only reason my picks got screwed up because the Saints lost?
You got to listen to us, man. We picked the Bucs last week against the Packers. And you picked the Packers.
Because it's a redemption pick for Tyler. So, I don't know how much I trust that.
How was the redemption pick?
Tyler's with me.
Because you picked the Saints in the Super Bowl.
So did you.
Tyler knows who Brady is.
I know, okay. That don't mean just because you know who somebody is, don't mean they're going to win a game.
So I could say the same thing to you about Mahomes.
About Mahomes, huh?
I just feel
the Kansas City defense is about the same rate at the same rate as turnovers as Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay averaged about 2 a game. The Kansas City Chiefs averaged about 1 a game. Almost 2, not quite there. Tampa Bay, like I said, Tampa Bay pass defense 21st. Kansas City pass defense 13th. Now, another thing that Kansas City might have a problem is running the ball. Yes, their run defense is first. But Kansas City, that's the problem. Kansas City don't have a run game. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is, I believe, I don't think he's gonna play. And last week they gave Darrell Williams the football. Le'Veon Bell didn't even touch it, so I don't know what's going on in that situation. But Kansas City haven't been around. If Kansas City had Clyde, that it would been a tough task for that run defense. God, he breaks tackles like I haven't seen, like a David Montgomery type, Alvin Kamara type, breaking tackles. If they would have had him, I think there would have been a huge lift for Kansas City, but they don't. So I don't know how the run game. I don't even know they're gonna attempt to run it, to be honest. So if Tampa Bay defense get after with the pass rush, they Kansas City might be in trouble. If the secondary can hold up. That's an if.
We'll see.
Yeah, we will see. Because Buccaneers, they give up 50% on fourth down and 42% on third down. That's 19th in the NFL. So that means they can't get off the field. So they better create some turnovers. They better create some turnovers.
They're in the Super Bowl, though.
Carlton Davis better have some turnovers.
None of these stats don't matter when that ball gets kicked off.
Oh, Carlton Davis. So Jamel Dean, Winfield. Yeah, they better make some turnovers back there. God, they don't. They in for a long night. And I'm be testing y'all like, yo, that's why y'all should listen to me.
Still going, Brady.
Keep your phone handy.
Oh, we'll have it ready.
All right, so there's trade talks going on with the Eagles right now for Wentz. The reports were that the Eagles didn't put Wentz out there to be traded. That teams were calling the Eagles to see about Wentz's status of being traded. Would y'all trade for Wentz?
No, not with that contract.
Yeah.
He stayed injured a lot, right?
Yep.
And I don't know what's going on with his head, because he has a stellar season a couple years ago.
Ain't nobody to throw to.
Yeah, it's true too, because Alshon Jeffrey is not what he used to be.
When they drafted his name over Justin Jefferson, like what?
They did. I don't understand that not one bit.
Yeah, they drafted Rieger over Jefferson.
Yeah, like wow. What are you doing?
They saw their speed. That what they saw. And
you can't pass up on Justin Jefferson,
man. Justin Jefferson can't run himself, so I don't understand what they were looking at.
But the way Justin Jefferson was killing, was it Justin Jefferson or Jamar Chase? He was killing that number one corner.
Yeah, both of them. Jamar Chase. Oh, Jamar Chase was eating. He was eating him up. AJ Terrell. He was eating.
Yeah. Oh my God.
He was burning him every play.
Every play. That man was running. He was chasing the whole game.
To the end zone, bro.
Hey, that team, that might be the best college football team I've ever seen, man.
It is.
Yeah.
That team was stacked.
Wentz, his stats over the past years is not bad. He threw for 33 touchdowns in 2017, only 7 interceptions. 2018, he had 21 touchdowns for 7 interceptions. 2019, he had 27 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. That 2019 season was a really good season. He threw for 4,000 yards. So what's the deal here? What's the problem with Wentz that he can't put up some numbers like he did in 3 seasons?
He stay healthy.
He might be in his own head, to be honest. seeing that, it made me hopeful in him because I know he have the talent. I know he has the abilities to do these numbers and lead a team.
So if it were up to you, would you trade him, or are you that sold on Jalen Hurts?
Oh boy, that's
I'd take my chance with Hurts.
Really?
I like Jalen Hurts.
I would say Hurts because the team believe in Hurts now, and once they start rooting for a certain guy, then you just gotta go with that flow because they rally for Hurts, and it seems like Wentz is kind of disconnected from the team. I don't know what's been said in the locker room or what's going on behind closed doors with Wentz, with the players, with the coaches, but it just something's not up, something's not right. Maybe it's like I said, Wentz might be in his own way with the injuries. Maybe playing it safe and you don't feel comfortable. And the only reason I say Hurts is because the offensive line is horrible, so he gives them mobility. It feels like Wentz doesn't trust that O-line. So that's why you see more of a wider stance in the pocket or him kind of throwing off balance. He don't want to get hit or injured again. But those 3 years is incredible. It's nice.
Yeah. You got MVP, don't you?
No, he was having an MVP year and he got hurt.
That was, yeah. If
I think he needs a fresh start somewhere.
Well, who would trade for that contract? My goodness.
Yeah,
well,
nobody.
The Colts got a lot of money in cap. A lot.
That's kind of risky for them.
You think that's risky?
Well, yeah, because like if you get stuck with that contract and he's playing like he does now, that would be bad. Right.
But what if he don't? And you get the same Wentz from 2017.
And that's why I said it's kind of just a risk if they're willing to take.
Yeah, sometimes you got to take risks in life, Taylor.
Yeah, the Texans don't know about that.
Sometimes you just got to take risks, my boy.
I mean, something's got to get the Colts over the hump, so maybe.
I like Wentz. I can't say that I've always been a fan, but I like his game. I like what he brings to the table. He played for the Eagles, so I never rooted for the Eagles. No fans leave a bad taste in my mouth. But so y'all, if y'all had a choice, y'all definitely trading. Y'all definitely picking Hurts over Wentz at this point of his career.
Yeah, I just think it'll be good to get a fresh start. And like you said, they believe in Wentz. So I mean, they believe in Hurts.
And Hurts, yeah, I think that it gives their offense like a new wrinkle. It refreshes it.
He's mobile. He can do a lot more stuff, I feel like.
And I'm gonna say this again. I wanted New Orleans to draft Hurts because I saw something in him, a leader, and I saw him working hard and dedicate himself to the craft. And somebody on this podcast, I'm not gonna say any names, was like, "Nah, man, Hurts garbage. He's straight trash. You don't want that man."
Did I say garbage, though?
You said something like that. It was like in the area of garbage.
I said Hurts was going to be better than Tua before the draft.
I need some credit here, guys, because I called it.
I thought Hurts was going to be better than
nothing.
Yeah, I give it to you.
Yeah, he went to Oklahoma and improved on his skills, man. Like, you can't beat that. That's what I saw.
But
he was throwing better. His motion looked a little bit cleaner.
But he still wasn't that good of a thrower. And he was more of a runner at Oklahoma than he was at Alabama.
And he had CD Lamb.
I feel like he was more of a runner at Alabama than Oklahoma. To me.
Heck no.
That's why I was high on him, cause how he was throwing that thing at Oklahoma. His form looked better. His footwork looked better.
He did get better now, but I just didn't feel like even then he wasn't just that good of a thrower of the ball.
So you got a big arm though.
Oh yeah, but I just like he's a winner. Like I like his work ethic and all that.
Yeah,
that's how I am. Like when I'm looking, if I was looking to draft a quarterback, I'd try to take the winner before like like somebody that's like supposed to be good by like what they look like. I want to take the
That's
winner.
What I liked
that's
about,
what I take my bet on.
That's what I liked about Deshaun. He was just a winner.
Yeah. He know how to compete. And for NFL, they're going through a period right now of quarterbacks being transitioned to different teams. We had Sean Payton come out and said this about Winston. We didn't have a normal offseason, but we had enough time to see what he had with him as a player, as a leader, as an athlete. I really like what he had a chance to see. Jameis is one of those guys that we have a big interest in. Are the Saints able or capable of keeping Winston? Will they be able to bring him back?
I think it depends on how he feels about the Saints.
And how much money they can pay him.
I think he'll stay. After Breeze told him that it was his team, I'd be like, I'll take that challenge. Didn't he say something like that?
No, I think they saw his mouth move and people trying to like figure out what he said. He said, "Don't go out there and throw no interceptions."
I feel like they've been grooming him to be the starter for the next for when Drew left the anyway.
The problem I see though, Tyler and Taylor, is that a team is offering him a boatload of money that the Saints can't match. Cause he said he won't play for a contender. The Colts are a contender immediately.
We more of a contender than the Colts.
I think that's a good match.
The 49ers are a contender.
I think the Saints are his best bet to be successful.
Well, we can't pay him. We can't pay him though. That's true. It just all depends on how much money, like he said, he going to take. Cause Saints do have the first crack at him. Since he been in the building, we kind of have more communication with him. It just all depends on how much money he wants. And if he want a certain figure, then that the Saints may not be able to reach, then he's gone. Because they said the suitors are heating up for Winston.
There's no way he's getting big long-term contracts there.
Like you said, some NFL teams take risks. The Colts could give him a 3-year deal.
You think they give him a 3-year?
Huh?
You think they give him a 3-year deal?
Yeah, I think a lot of GMs like Winston. And they know what the Saints did for Teddy Bridgewater. They know what Sean Payton did for Drew. So they looking like, hey, he just went through this QB training, and they probably cleared up a lot of his mistakes.
I think his best pairing would be with Sean Payton.
I agree.
That's what I'm looking at.
Yeah, if somebody money or not. If he wants to win and be successful, he'll stay. No, I'm saying like if he's like wanting to win and be successful, he'll go back to the Saints. But if he wants the money, he'll go somewhere else.
So, you saying he can't be successful with the Colts?
I'm not saying he can't be. I'm just saying like I think he'll be more successful with the Saints.
Like Super Bowl successful, or just in the hunt successful every year?
I mean, he's a good. Like, I think he's a good quarterback if they fix up like the turnovers because like he has a good arm. I mean, it's just the turnovers. That's it. That's the only downfall from him. And I think Sean Payton could probably fix it. He probably fix that up.
That's true. It's just gonna be interesting with how this gonna unfold because not that many quarterbacks left, and a lot of teams are pressing. I mean, they full court pressing, trying to get a quarterback here.
Yeah. And we in a bad spot, so we really don't got many choices left.
Yeah, you got that right. Let's move on to go and get your thought in.
I was saying that y'all look like y'all in a bad spot, but also there's so many quarterbacks moving around. Like y'all, it actually might be a good time.
We're in a real bad spot.
Might be a good time though for a quarterback.
I know this is kind of crazy. I just thought about this. Would the Saints trade up and get Zach Wilson?
Maybe because they don't have a lot of money. They might want to get somebody on a rookie contract.
Zach Wilson remind me of Andrew Luck a little bit. Do he not?
I haven't seen him enough to know.
I like your throwing motion. He's a comparator. He can make every NFL throw for sure, and that's how Andrew Luck was. Andrew Luck had a huge arm, and he was very accurate. But I digress.
Yeah, I've been hearing.
Let's move on to Brett Favre and his comments. I know Taylor probably a little bit red hot underneath the collar. Brett Favre, they asked Brett Favre what he should do, what should Deshaun Watson do. Brett Favre said, I'm kind of old school. You get paid a ton of money to do a certain job, and just do it. Let the chips fall where they may. I think we make too much money to voice an opinion, but I'm not saying he's wrong. I think it's a different day and time. It'll be interesting to see how the organization handles it. Who wants the first crack at this?
I hate to be that person, but that's giving me. I'm not. It's just giving me racist vibes. Because it's him, bro. And if you're from Mississippi, you know what they say about Brett Favre. You know what I'm saying? That's my only thing.
Yeah, that's. I just he does he not. I guess he doesn't follow the situation Deshaun's in. I mean, he didn't get involved in all the front office stuff until they started being stupid and trading people like Jadeveon Clowney and DeAndre Hopkins. When you're the franchise guy and you see that you have an incompetent front office, I'd want to get involved too because they're idiots, you know. So, I mean, Brett Favre was with the Packers. They've been a successful organization for so long. He doesn't understand what Deshaun's going through, you know.
Yeah, and it's not Mike.
I'm just picking back. I'm just picking back off what y'all talking about. All right, like you said, Brett Favre, he likes to hear himself self-talk, point blank. He always thinks he's right. He's arrogant, more arrogant than Aaron Rodgers, I'll say. And did he not threaten to retire because Green Bay did things that he didn't like? Even when they draft Aaron Rodgers, he shaded Aaron Rodgers for a lot of years, and they were beefing because he just didn't like Aaron Rodgers, trying to come take his spot. Then he had the whole fiasco with the Jets and everything. It seemed like when he didn't get his way, he want to retire, he want to do this, he want to throw tantrums, he want to say this, say that. I think it's ironic coming from him that he'll speak on something that he clearly don't know nothing about. I don't know where he been for last month about Deshaun. I don't know what news station or a sports station he's watched. But with his comments, he didn't even make sense. He said that I'm not saying he's wrong. I think it's different. It's a different day and time. Then if you know it's a different day and time, then you know Watson is clearly, he's not wrong or right. It's just how he handles the situation. Everybody handles the situation differently.
Yeah, and Deshaun's agent came out and said that Brett Favre's throwing stones in his glass house.
Exactly.
He tried to do the same thing. Like
He tried to retire
Like,
because he didn't like what was going on with Green Bay, and they drafted Aaron Rodgers. He shaded a young quarterback who didn't choose to get taken by Green Bay. He just ended up getting picked by them. So he gonna shade him and treat him badly because Aaron Rodgers was gonna come in and take his spot. Like, what kind of bullcrap? I say this. I don't know. We live in Mississippi. I never liked Brett Favre. My dad was a huge Brett Favre fan. He told me as a child, he used to love Brett Favre. So you went to school one day, you came home and rooting for the Patriots in the Super Bowl and all this. But I never liked Brett Favre. His smug comments. He think he's the greatest thing since sliced bread. And he thinks that, he deserving of everything, that he can say anything and everything that he wants. I don't get like any type of vibe from Brett Favre. I just think that he's just arrogant and he don't know what he be saying sometimes.
What makes me mad is like what the media is doing right now. It's like some of them are trying to act like Deshaun some prima donna. Like
exactly.
Like y'all know Deshaun, man. He's like such a humble guy. He just wants to win.
Man, he be building houses for the homeless dude, and he be doing a lot of stuff for the kids. So I don't know what they talking about. I don't even know why they bringing down Deshaun.
He's always polite and humble. Like, he's just a good guy. Like, that's just what makes me mad is they're trying to make it look like he's not.
Yeah, and I would be upset too. That's like one of my pet peeves. When people tell me something and they don't do it, I'm forever not listening to you ever again. I'm never trusting you ever again. So don't tell me that I'm going to be involved in the head coaching decisions and the GM decisions, and you go behind my back and you hire the guy you want to hire without even sending the text. How hard is to send a text? Will it take a couple of seconds? You can do it with one hand. Yeah. It's not that hard, and you probably got Deshaun Watson as your favorite number one contact.
Right.
So that's why, if you don't understand the gripe and the beef that Deshaun Watson has, then you never had a relationship in your entire life, because you don't know what it's like to be, somebody let you down. They promise you something and they don't come through for you. That's why they tell you never promise anything, because that one day that you can't come through for them, they're going to remember that. And this is what happens.
Like, bro, that's your franchise guy, bro. Like, you got to at least.
Yeah, treat him like the franchise, man.
All right, you got to.
That's all this thing. It was like he's the second biggest asset in the NFL, like behind Mahomes. Like he's like the second biggest asset as in trade value, and as in importance to their franchise as their young quarterback, and they're treating him like that. Why wouldn't you want to leave? You don't feel like an asset.
Yeah, you don't make me feel wanted, right? Everybody want to feel wanted, and at this particular time, you don't make me feel wanted. You saying this, the new GM saying, yeah, we want you here, we want you here. I don't know you, first of all, so I don't care what you say. I'm looking at the owner, I'm looking at the other people in the front office, and I can't trust y'all. Y'all stabbed me in my back. I gave y'all, some good years, and this is what I get, repaid for. That y'all wouldn't done that to Patrick Mahomes. Y'all wouldn't done that to Russell Wilson. They wouldn't done it to Russell Wilson. You see how the New Orleans Saints had Drew Brees. They let Drew Brees with not so strong arm, with all the injuries, still come back for another season, right, and finish. Even though he was injured, they still let him finish out his career. Maybe his last game as a New Orleans Saints. And the Texans can't let him. It's just so simple. They can't let him. They can't involve him in decision making.
Right, and I knew it had to be bad because, Gail was saying, he's a great guy, so I knew it had to be bad for him to do all this.
He probably was nice about everything. It's just like a manager. You're a manager at a store, and you ask your associate, what do you think about this project I'm working on? What do you think about this display? And they tell you what they think about it. You see how easy to involve someone? Granted, you don't have to take the advice. You heard it. You can decide for yourself, Okay, I think I'm going a different direction. All right, you might say, yeah, I like that. You see how easy it is to just involve someone and ask them, what they think about this guy, and they didn't like Watson. They didn't like Watson's choice or his decision making. They just could have told him like, "Hey, we respect you, but I just don't see him as a good fit for this organization. I don't think you think that he's a good fit for you, but we not seeing that. We've done some extensive work, and we just don't think that he gonna uplift this team. He might uplift you, Watson, but he's not gonna uplift the team."
Yeah,
It just
he said that he found out that DeAndre Hopkins got traded on social media. That's how he found out.
That's crazy.
that's no respect, bro. That's none.
Yeah.
That's none. I understand they players. Like I said, I understand organizations like you, the players. We pay you, so you shouldn't be griping or complaining about anything because we're getting you millions of dollars. On the other hand, coaches don't have to involve you in plays and decision making, but that's how you build relationships when you involve each other. When you don't look down on your staff or you don't look down on your team because you hold a higher position. No, you bring them up to your level and you discuss and you get things done and you put together a foundation where y'all can succeed and thrive. That's how you run an organization. That's how you run a team.
Well, that's
And
a
that's
slap
what
in the face. Like
it
trading
is.
a generational talent in DeAndre Hopkins in his prime for nothing. That's just a slap in the face to the quarterback. That's like, I'm gonna trade your main guy for nothing, and I'm gonna replace him with Brandon Cooks. I mean, Brandon Cooks is a good receiver, but he's not even close to DeAndre Hopkins.
And what they don't understand, Brandon Cooks was a locker room cancer for the Saints. So yeah, think about that. Where the Saints got rid of him because of his attitude. Where D House never showed that any of that. Oh boy, I just got hot just thinking about it. How people mistreat others. Because when I took a position, at my job, I always thought to myself, I said, I never treat somebody lesser than me. I always ask for input. I want to hear input. I want to hear other ideas. I want to uplift everybody. I want to have everybody be having fun. And, we all working at the same goal. We all trying to reach the same goal because if you're on another page and I'm on another page, then they're going to be slack in the work. They're going to be disgruntled. There's going to be confusion. You don't want that. You want everybody on the same page. That's how you thrive. And it just seemed like the Texans, man, to be honest, they don't understand that. And it's sad that Texans fans and people stay at Texas have to go through incompetence, which can be solved just by communication.
Yeah, because you don't see stuff like this. You don't see where teams trade generational talents like this all the time. And it's ridiculous. Like who would trade somebody like Deshaun Watson when they're 25 years old, not even in their prime yet? They're a superstar. Like that just doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Let's move on to some better news, guys.
Yeah.
What you gonna say, Tyler? Let's go and get your idea. What you about to say?
So you hate to see it.
Yeah. And then they did that to him. They just messed up. Let's move on to some better news. NCAA decided to come out with the video game. They decided to put it in works. I know a lot of people are excited about that video game coming back, but it's just not about the video game that I want to talk about. It's about how NCAA gonna the people who created the EA gonna come about this, because they mentioned in the article that for pro sports video games, the game maker typically negotiates with the league union on a price for the NIL rights of all players. The union then makes sure each player gets a piece of the total payment. The NCAA says players shouldn't be allowed to form a union because they are students and not employees, while a traditional union isn't essential to setting up the organization needed for collective bargaining. NCAA leaders have so far tried to steer clear of any kind of rearrangement that would create mechanisms for athletes to negotiate as a group. like they using these players to generate a lot of money. So you can't cut a little check for the players you do take likeness from. I don't understand the problem with NCAA and some of these game makers that they trying to hoard all this money that they can't give some of them to the players.
Yeah, that's a lot of players to play there. I wonder how they're going to go about this.
I mean, it's not like you don't have to give them $1 million contracts.
Give them a few thousand or something.
Yeah, a few thousand. Someone will take 10,000. I mean, how many stars do you truly have? Like, we just talking about like first rounders, really.
Just the thing is, though,
how does that work? They don't play everybody, every single person that's on the game, right?
They don't take everybody likeness. They just take certain ones.
To me, though, like the thing is, like it's just gonna be like people are gonna be like, oh, it's just like pro football now. They're getting paid. It's not. It's how people like a lot of people like college football because they don't get paid. They think they're playing for the game.
They
not
play harder. Well, they're not gonna get paid by the colleges. They're getting paid by the EA makers. It's not. I don't think they're not gonna make them play harder because they're like, oh, what they gonna say? Oh, I want to get injured because I might not get my paycheck.
I don't know. It's kind of a mess, honestly.
It is. That's what happened. That's why NCAA went off the market because I forgot the guy's name, but he tried to sue EA or NCAA for $41 million. A group of players they tried to sue EA and NCAA for $41 million for using their likeness. And I think it was a basketball player was so weird about it. 'Cause I remember they used to make EA NCAA basketball games, and then they stopped that. So they'll complain that they're using their likeness. Like it's not that hard to give them a few thousand. You don't have to give them $1 million. You don't. Yeah, I'm bringing in a lot of money already from the game, from their jerseys, from their likeness. I mean, just give them a little something, and y'all can avoid this whole problem. Y'all can continue to make games for years and years to come. It was just interesting that NCAA, because nobody ever thought, they'd see another NCAA game again, but here it is.
I'm excited about that, though.
Yeah, I'll invite y'all over so I can show y'all to know how to play the game, show y'all some real football skills. Take y'all to school. Do y'all have your mock drafts ready? So we put together a little.
Yeah, I think I can get mine.
Yeah, we put together a little mock draft. We usually don't do one this early, but I thought it was interesting because how all the QB trades were going on, and how everybody looking, how these teams are looking for, their star QB and who's going to take over. And I think a lot of trades might happen before the draft. And I think some trades are going to happen during the draft. Like I said, a lot of teams, they looking for that quarterback. And it's not that many good ones. So they pressing. Like, they want that guy. They want them. Who want to go first? And then y'all want to do it like this? We just say each of the first picks and we just go down, then second and third.
Yeah, that's good.
All right. My first pick is the Jazz are taking Trevor Lawrence.
So
yeah, me too.
That's no question.
Yeah, no question. They need a quarterback. Gardner Minshew, he's gonna be backing up Trevor. And everybody was talking about they don't know if Trevor Lawrence would go to Jazz. I'm like, it's the Jaguars. I'd rather go to the Jazz, than Detroit or
you gonna go wherever
Washington or somebody like that. You playing in Florida, no taxes. You getting all your money.
Right.
My second pick, Jets are taking Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
That's mine too.
Sam Darnold gonna get traded. That's what I'm backing on.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Third pick, Dolphins, Tua getting his homeboy back, Devontae Smith, Alabama.
That's mine too.
Hey, we all thinking like here. Now the Falcons, it was kind of No, I was thinking about this. It's kind of hard because Falcons need a lot of pieces, to be honest. They need a D lineman. They need a guard. They need a
Warner.
yeah, they need corner. And as to how the Falcons taking Patrick Surtain the second.
Yeah.
I put him too.
Man, y'all over here reading my notes, man. Y'all saw me doing my homework. Y'all copying.
They do need a corner though, bad.
All right. The fifth pick, Bengals, Penny Sewell, Oregon. Offensive tackle to protect Joe Burrow.
I got Kyle
like
Pitts,
that move.
tight end Florida.
You went tight end.
Yeah, Kyle Pitts, that dude's gonna be a stud.
He is, but he got injured though. The Bengals O line was horrible. It's horrible.
That dude's good, man.
He is, but man, oh man, he's not gonna do it again. He can't get the ball soon, and he then he blow out his other knee. Eagles, this pick, I have Jamar Chase, LSU. They not passing up on another receiver. No sir.
Yeah, I put him too.
Mm-hmm. They lost Justin Jefferson. They said, this time we're taking the best. We taking the LSU receiver. We taking Chase. 7th pick, Lions. Kawhi Pay, defense end.
I put Penny Sewell, offensive tackle, Oregon.
Okay, yeah, I can see that too. I can see that too but I just took from what I heard from the press conference from Dan Cable that they want to play fast. They want to be tough like the city. They want to bite off people's kneecaps. So this guy right here, the DN from Michigan, gonna bring some pressure. He gonna bring some heat. So that's why I think they're going defense instead of O line. 8th pick.
What pick did we just do? What pick did you just do?
Kawhi Pay, Michigan.
Yeah, what? Oh, what number?
Yeah, that was the 7th pick. The 8th pick, I have Panthers taking Caleb Fairley, Virginia Tech, corner.
To the Panthers?
Mm-hmm.
I got Rashawn Slater, tackle Northwestern.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a good one, too, because Panthers need to show O-line. Also, I just feel like the NFC South, they have good quarterbacks, so they always need secondary pieces. Broncos, 9th pick. Broncos taking Trey Lance, North Dakota State. They've been looking for a quarterback, and they finally got one, Trey Lance.
I put Justin Fields.
Justin Fields. Justin Fields. Yeah. I think a lot of people not high on Justin Fields. I think he might fall. Some.
You know, Ohio State quarterbacks never really do well in the league.
Yeah, that's true. They have a history of just one and done in the league. 10th pick, I have Cowboys. I have Rashad Slater, Northwestern tackle.
I got Christian Darsaw, offensive tackle, Virginia Tech.
Wait, didn't you say him already, then?
No, Gatwas had him for the Panthers.
Okay.
Rashad Slater.
I got it. Penny Sewell?
Yeah, okay. I had him going to the Bengals.
I ain't know Tyron Smith was 30.
Yeah, he ain't been dealing with a lot of injuries lately. So that's why I have Rashad Slater going to the Cowboys, because they need to shore up their O-line. They're having problems, and Dak, he needs some stability there. He needs clear conscience, clear mind that he won't get pressure since he come off the injury. Let's move on to basketball. We're gonna talk a little bit. Lamar Ball I mean, not LeVar Ball. LaMelo Ball. Is he the franchise? Is he the face of the franchise yet?
It's going. It's looking that way.
It's looking like. After how many games?
I don't know if you ever watched the Hornets game, the Hornets games, but their announcer hypes him up so much. He loves LaMelo.
Hey, he do make some pretty passes now.
Yeah, he does.
He really looking like the best player on their team.
Easily.
I'm telling him that.
And it's amazing. It's amazing how the path he took to get to NBA. He's still playing at a high. He playing at a level after playing against people that wasn't so good. Overseas in leagues there, the quality play is not that good. So interesting. He might be paving the way for college players. Jumping out and just going overseas and playing, then going to NBA.
Yeah.
I think that helps him a lot playing pro. He's been playing pro since he was like 16. So.
And the quality play in overseas might not be that as good as college or even college and plus the NBA. But them boys, they play physical though. I give them that. They play tough. They play real basketball now.
Dogs out there.
Yeah, they play some real basketball. So that probably toughen them up some. And you see he physically strong around the basket. He driving and dishing. His jump shot looking real good.
Better than Lonzo.
Wait, man, his brother there. Look, that one saying his brother should went with him and asked him for lessons.
I'm not gonna do that now.
Like, oh, look at here, big bro. Come to me. Kneel before me.
He said
kneel, and I'll show you the way. Well, I wish my big brother come to me asking for some advice on something like that. Man, I'm milking it the whole way. I ain't showing no mercy. Ball, he's looking nice, and I was kind of skeptical of his whole journey, but it seemed like it's paying off. Like it just shows that everybody's different, and maybe everybody doesn't know what's best. Maybe the person just knows what's best for them, and everybody just sit back and wait till it happens and just watch and see, because he proven a lot of people wrong, and he probably use it as a chip on his shoulders just to go out there and show everybody that they were wrong. They didn't know nothing about him.
He just, when he started figuring the game out, man, it's gonna be crazy. Right now, he's just playing off of
instincts. Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna be a lot better than his brother. His brother's a good player. He's a solid role player, but like LaMelo, I think he's gonna be a star.
Oh, most definitely. All the young kids have been following him, so he's an upcoming star. They're gonna be flocking towards him. And speaking of a star, he finally getting some recognition in the All-Star voting. Bradley Beal.
Yeah. Well, he should start, honestly.
It looking like he.
I can't believe he averaged 30 last year and didn't even make the All-Star team.
That's
the disrespect.
crazy.
The disrespect. But he getting love now, right?
Yeah, him playing so good.
He's like 35, I think.
Yeah, him scoring that much is also putting the media on Westbrook, how bad Westbrook really is.
Do you think Westbrook have like a mental issue or something? I'm just saying, like it seems like everywhere he go, he like have problems.
He don't have a mental issue.
Like, you know how some guys have like an anger, like, you know what I'm saying? Tyler know, man, y'all play sports before. You always had a teammate that just, man, he just splits. He just get on everybody's nerves, guys. How he carry himself. That's something mentally. It's a mental issue, Gatwood. You see how he react, like he did with John Wall. And John Wall wasn't even. John Wall wasn't even serious.
I like that type of stuff.
But Westbrook thought he was like saying something about his mama. No, I'm trying to tell you, Gatwood. I grew up in Jackson. It's something I know mental when I see one. That dude got some. He got some issues.
Does not have a mental issue, bro. Come on.
He has some issues. He has some issues. He need to go see a psychiatrist. He need to go see a psychiatrist. Guy, he has some issues, bro.
Much for him getting on our show.
Yeah, I don't think he would. I think he would just crazy. Who are y'all?
He just needs to change his play style. Like, play with some more IQ.
Westbrook don't need to come in, so he ain't about to spaz out on me.
Might have to fight him.
Hey, look, this is going to happen. So I ask him a question. You don't get all defensive, then you won't hang up. Yeah, I really got to talk about him.
Might have to fight him.
He might be Kanye of the league. I'm trying to tell y'all. He might be Kanye of the league.
That'd be a fun interview, though.
It would be.
No, they say he's a really nice guy, though.
Yeah, that's what I heard. But you can be two people too.
Dude.
You have split personalities, right?
Oh,
they say the dude.
Yeah.
I think he got split personalities. He might be bipolar.
No, he just got that dog in him. He just got a little bit too much dog.
he need training, huh? He need to tone it back some.
Yeah, he needs to be more like a Rottweiler. He's a mean pit bull.
If he's a likable guy, why he tear up locker rooms? Like why he always fall out with other superstars?
Oh, they just don't. A lot of people in the league ain't dogs like him, so it's like they take what he do as like, oh, he crazy. He's just a dog, like Joe said.
But it's something going on that he's doing or saying to rub those guys the wrong way, like teammates.
It's not that. It's just like his play style. Nobody can fit with that.
Yeah. So you think his play style more than his personality?
Yeah, because everywhere he goes, they say he's a great teammate. It's just his play style.
Yeah, they say he's a good teammate. It's just his play style. Nobody wants to play with that. Like, he's just a one-man wrecking crew, really.
I ain't gonna lie. If he started taking my rebounds and jacking up 40-footers, I'm gonna be mad.
Yeah.
With that being said, y'all think Bradley Beal should ask for a trade? It seems like he having little issues too.
I would like to see it, but it's really not safe. It's not Russ' fault. That team is really bad. Besides them two.
It seems like he's aggravated.
I think he should, but like he's been pretty advocate about not wanting to be traded. Like he's trying to stay loyal to that franchise. I know he is, but I mean, at some point you got to get yourself out.
Exactly, you got to take care of yourself. It's gonna be interesting to see how everything go down with the Wizards.
It's gotta be aggravating. Averaging 35 and you losing. One night he scored 50 and they lost by 20. Like what?
Yeah, that's crazy.
What in the world?
Devin Booker dropped 70 that one game. He got beat by the Celtics. Remember that?
Yeah, that's crazy. Bro, you dropped 70.
Imagine dropping 70 and losing.
You can't do it all. You can't do it all. So before we end the show, y'all have any last words y'all want to get in? Y'all can stand on the soapbox and say anything y'all want to.
Chad Henry's the GOAT.
Hey, we need to get some shirts made. Chad Henry's the GOAT. Oh man, hey, I might do an edit. I might do an edit for Chad Henne. Just for Chad Henne. I might have to do an edit for him.
Great.
A gift from us to him.
Yes, sir.
You hear me, Ben?
What'd you say?
Tom Brady's coming home with the 7th ring this weekend.
Okay, we'll see.
They hate greatness, Gatwood. They hate greatness.
I don't hate myself. Hey, Tyler, I don't hate myself. What are you talking about?
This man.
Come on now.
All right, guys. It's been another fun show. BOL Sportcast. Y'all can catch us on all socials. We on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. Just add us and share our podcast, our posts. We really appreciate all the love y'all have shown us so far. Thanks for downloading our podcast and subscribing to it. We plan on taking this podcast pretty far, and we'd like y'all to take this journey with us. And we just thank y'all for everything. Well, that's the show. Until next time.
You are listening to Voice of the Fans Sportscast, brought to you by none other than the voices of the fans. Discussing football, basketball, news, trending topics. The one-stop shop for all things sports. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Hosted by none other than Ben Swift Reynolds, Taylor Gatwood, and Tyler